This is the closest investigators into possible collusion with Russia have got to the president himself. Jared Kushner is not just a key member of the president's inner circle, he is family. Trump's son-in-law summoned to a meeting with investigators from the Senate Intelligence Committee that lasted over 2 hours. Afterwards, at the White House, he addressed reporters.
My name is Jared Kushner. I am senior advisor to President Donald J. Trump.
The man who finds himself constantly in the headlines, making it clear he doesn't seek the limelight, and again stressing there's been no wrongdoing.
I did not collude with Russia, nor do I know of anyone else in the campaign who did so.
Mr. Kushner, do you regret that meeting?
Earlier, before he spoke to the Senate investigators, Kushner released a much more detailed 11-page statement. It said he had perhaps 4 meetings with people who had links to Russia. The first one was in April last year, a brief chat with the Russian ambassador Sergei Kislyak on the sidelines of a foreign policy speech in Washington by the then candidate Trump. The second was perhaps the most controversial, a meeting which included the president's son, Donald Trump Jr., and then campaign chairman Paul Manafort, with a delegation including the lawyer Natalia Veselnitskaya, who has links to the Kremlin. Kushner said in his statement that the meeting in Trump Tower was time not well spent, and that during it he emailed an assistant asking to be called on his cell phone so he had an excuse to leave. He said he never read the email chain setting up the meeting released earlier this month by Don Jr. Investigators may well have asked if this was a plausible explanation. Even the title of the email would probably have set off alarm bells. The subject was Russia Clinton, private and confidential. The third meeting included former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn and Russian Ambassador Kislyak. And the fourth meeting was with Sergei Gorkov, head of the Russian VEB Bank. He's a graduate of the Academy of the Russian spy agency, the FSB, and is close to Vladimir Putin. In his written statement, Kushner said the meeting was about trying to improve relations between Russia and the US. This may be another discrepancy investigators will have wanted to explore, because in the past the bank said it was actually a business meeting about the Kushner property business. Kushner concludes his written statement with the words, "Hopefully this puts these matters to rest." Of course it doesn't, and he'll be back here on Capitol Hill on Tuesday facing questions from the House Intelligence Committee. With a number of different congressional committees now carrying out investigations, it's almost certain that other members of the Trump campaign will be called to testify. James Bays, Al Jazeera, Washington.